Well, Jutra, I think you sold the otter. You may have went on a marketing campaign for the otter. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. For those of you who celebrate, you know, I tried to get the green and orange, and it's coming out green and, well, a little orange. Good evening, everybody. All right, so what are the updates? I didn't start at the bar tonight. I didn't feel like doing a non-alcoholic cocktail, and actually I just felt like a beer tonight. So my dinner was phenomenal, though. I'll tell you about that in a second. So I am having another one of these. We had one of these on stream before. It's from Lion's Tail Brewing. It's a barrel-aged stout done with Woodford Reserve. So it's this guy right here. And it's, oh, there we go. If we back it up into the light, you can see a little bit better. So, cheers, or salante. I can't ever say it right. Mr. Slick, I am wearing green. See? Thank you for the bang, Jutra. I'm moving so slow that bang didn't even, I didn't jump this time. Alright, so what are the updates? Let's see. St. Patty's Day, I got that on my list here. For dinner, I made a 16-hour smoked pastrami, which is essentially smoked corned beef. And I also made colcannon, which I'd never heard of. So colcannon is a traditional Irish dish that is basically, they call it Irish mashed potatoes. They also call it champ, or there's like a difference between champ and colcannon. But you either make it with cabbage, boiled cabbage, and then mashed potatoes mixed together with butter and onions or leeks, or you do it with kale. So we did it with cabbage, and it was really, really damn good. So I watched a nice old Irish man on YouTube who guided me through the process and just kept throw more butter into it. Yes, I haven't gotten to this yet. I'm just this is bonkers, folks. This was Friday night. It was a good night. It was a good night on the channel. We had a lot of fun. The Twitch integration was very well received. So thank you to all these amazing people here who followed and subbed and gift subbed and resubbed and did all the things. It was pretty impressive, pretty amazing. Why are my lights are that one? Hold on, let me. That's better. That's a little darker. So yeah, hell of a stream on Friday. We had a blast kicking off. For anyone who didn't get to catch it, we're doing Twitch integration on Fridays, and that's in the New York City map. So, yeah, just a ton of fun. We'll be back at that one this Friday. I'm excited to jump into it. Tonight, we're going to continue kind of where we left off. We did the Optimus base last time. Now, I'm going to jump right on, and we did some work on... Oh, wait. I got one other huge announcement. Huge. Massive. Gigantic. As I get my headset turned on here and stuff. Folks, can you give a warm welcome to our new mod to the crew? Lex has joined us. Huge! Lex has taken the pill. I don't remember if it's the blue pill or the red pill. One of them. She's taken the one where she's a mod now. Someone who still remembers the Matrix can say which one is which. So, welcome in, Lex. Thank you for joining this this group of happy miscreants. All right, let me flip into the head. There we go. Bring the music down. Red pill, I believe. I think it was the red pill. I think you're right, bud. So, oh my gosh. I have to, as I'm loading in here, folks, I have to tell you my woes. My woes of yesterday and half of today. It's a good thing for the long term, but if things are messed up this stream, I'm sorry. I tried really hard to fix everything. Like this little stuff here. Hold on. Oh, God. Oh, you go that way. I'm over here. Oh, there we go. Hello, you going to play a Darkness Falls playthrough by chance? Smudgy, that was next on my list to do. But thank you for the sub bomb, buddy. Oh yeah, that's messed up. That's got to get fixed. It's the alignment's off. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, but thank you so much. So Darkness Falls was next on my list. But with the announcement of 2.0 targeting for mid-April, I didn't want to jump into a playthrough because the moment 2.0 drops, everyone's focus will shift to that. And so I didn't want to jump in to Darkness Falls and give it kind of like an unfair run through where the run through would be cut very short. So instead, I'm doing kind of this split thing on Mondays where I'm doing design type stuffs, and on Fridays we're doing the Twitch integration stream. In New York, we're using a few mods with that one. But yes, my woes, my friends. I was having some challenges with recording. I realized I use a lot of OBS plugins, like a lot. And basically my OBS, every time I shut it down normally, it crashes every time. And it hosed my encoder settings such that I recorded the battle at the Seeker's Bane base, my base from the first base from the Rebirth series. I had to re-record that Horde battle 6 times. I had audio issues, I had encoding issues. You name it, I had an issue. It was rough. But the good news is I've reworked all my scenes in this. So this is only going to matter for you super nerds. If you stream, this might make sense to you. If you don't stream, you probably won't care. But I play typically in 4K, and then I do what's called downscaling, which means it takes the screen and it compresses it. It makes it smaller. And that takes processing power. Also, it takes processing power from my computer to run the game in 4K versus running it in 1440. In OBS, that's the broadcast software I use to distribute to stuff, I've used a 4K canvas all this time and then downscaled it. Well, now my canvas is 1440, but that means I had to rebuild every single scene in OBS because it was all out of scale. When you change the scale, it jacks everything. So this is one of the reasons why I'm a huge proponent of the moment Meld gets off the ground, I will turn my back on OBS and never look back. Because some of the things like this that should be very easy, OBS makes extremely difficult and clunky and just abysmal to deal with. So anyway, it's all transition now. But if we run into issues with alerts and things like that being misscaled, I won't be surprised. So that was my my short and long of it. Yes, that. All of that. OBS often breaks streamers. Yes, 100%. All right. So after last stream, I realized there was a bunch of stuff that needed redone on this base. So I did do a bunch of things off stream. And I'll kind of walk you through them. And oh, I see more paint. See more paint that I missed up there. Just bugs me. All right, let me show you some of the changes we did. I'm going to put it in dev mode for a second while we're going in here. So this is not the prefab editor right now. We're going to go back into it. But I want to show you the things from last stream because we looked at the Hydra base and we started to wire it up. I made a handful of changes. that I want to start applying when we look at all the different older Alpha 20 bases, because in Alpha 20, a lot of my base design was focused on making it so that cables were hidden, because for those of you who were here at that time, all your cables showed up. So, you know, it wasn't just when you had your wire tool out. You just saw the ugly cables all the time. And so designing bases was really critical to have a million relays just so that the cables went through walls and things like that. There was a whole art to it. But we don't have to do that anymore. So I fixed the wiring of the base to be much more simplistic so that anyone who downloads the base for Patreon and wants to run with it can wire this up much easier. I hope. So I wired up 3 of the sides offline, and we're going to wire up one of the sides here so you can kind of see it. But a few other changes that I want to call out that I did. I changed all these. These were bars. This is an older thing. Back in the day, I used bars a lot. As time moved on, I realized bars are problematic in a lot of ways. These will actually, we're using the good old the ladder, the magic ladder, the ridiculous block that should get nerfed, the scaffolding ladder which blocks vomit. I will be absolutely blown away if the Fun Pimps do not nerf this block into the ground on 2.0. So anticipate that one coming. Just a guess on my part. Other changes I made, you can see the crisscross pattern of how the space works now because I installed all the wiring. So all those blue lines, that is all electrical. Those are all electric fences. So the whole idea, there's multiple grenade chutes. So when you're up here fighting, this is a grenade chute, this is a grenade chute, this is a grenade chute, and this is a grenade chute. So the whole idea up here is, I'm going to summon up some grenades. You can sit up here, and while you're fighting, and you dump the zombies, or they fall down, this will come down through here and drop right in the pit, right in the middle of all those lovely, lovely electric fences. So same thing. The other one has a more convoluted path. This one's kind of cool. But if you toss them down here also, doot, 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 kaboom, it'll drop all the way down there and come out this little spout down there. Oh, Lex, I'm not teaching them. I'm not teaching them. I have a hunch they're gonna finally put an end to that block. It's been too overpowered, to be perfectly honest. So, all right, what else did I change that I wanted to make sure that I called out? The whole electrical chain I changed. So last time when we were doing this, and I'll take off dev mode here so we can go. In the basement, we had all the generators down here. Jutra, I don't actually know anything. This is not like I've talked to the devs on this one. It's just my gut check. I mean, the fact that they're adding in the crawling bit, you know, the 1 meter change, they're shifting up how Horde bases function a little bit there. So I anticipate we'll see some more of that. All right. So we're going to start up at the top of here on wiring. Also, because I can link this back to the video so that if people nab this, they can wire it. So I have added solar banks here at the top. And I will always coach people on this. If you look here, it looks like, you know, well, that's underneath solid blocks. How does this work? So if you don't know about this block, I've done videos on this one. This is the air duct. So it is, even though it is hollow all the way through the center, it does not stop light from passing through. It's a great trick block if you're building gardens underground, or if you want to have a solar panel that is, you know, 100 blocks underground, you can make a whole chain of these going down and no one would be the wiser. And it's always like, I think it's this one. It's the third from, it's either this block or this block. Only one of these blocks actually has to have sunlight. The rest don't matter. So anyway, all the blocks across here are air ducts, just so I don't have to think about it. And that's how the solar bank is able to operate with a block directly above it, because otherwise, like I said, if you cover up one of these 2 blocks, it just won't work. So I put in a solar panel for each side so that there's a whole chain going down. Now, in terms of wiring, this gets very simple. So we're going to go from the solar bank to the battery bank. So that makes it so that during the day, it's going to pull from the solar bank. And then at night, when we don't have light, it'll pivot over to the battery bank. We're going to take this up here, and we're going to wire the corner of the room over here. I'm also going to be a little bit lazy on this to speed through, because I could run up and down the stairs. Like, I can do this type of stuff and then bring it up to the SMG turret. But I'm going to kind of be lazy in some of this and teleport through walls, because it's easier. And just for reference point, we're going to be working on the wiring on the north side of the base. The south, west, south, and east are all already done. All right, so once we've got that wired up, we got to take this power and we got to take it downstairs. So we're going to always come off the battery bank, and we're going to come right over here, and we've got a relay up here. We'll attach to that. We're going to link from that. We're going to keep going downstairs. We're going to hide one right in this relay right up here. We're going to link to that, and then we're going to go all the way down to the bottom. So on this one, we're going to bring it to both of them. So we've got one that's got a timer attached to it. And then we've got one... how did I wire these? I got to double check my own wiring now. Did I go from... Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. Changing my mind. All right. So, yep, we're still facing north. So we're going to come from there, and then we're going to come to the light switch. And I'll show you why here in a second. And then we're going to come from the light switch, and we're going to bring it down to this one on the right. Okay. Next, what does this light switch do? So this light switch turns on the lane. So what that means is it's going to flip this guy up here. So it'll turn that on. It's also going to turn on all the electric fences on that side, so that we're not running that power all the time. Mr. Snake. I don't know why I'll bring it up in a second so you can look at it. Everyone has a hard time with that one, and I know why. So give me a second to get this wired up, and then I'll show you how to do it. It's just some tricky block management. All right, so additionally to doing this, we're going to bring this power back upstairs. So we're going to bring it to this light. Can I reach it from here? Yes. And we're going to bring it to this light. And the reason why we do that is that if we turn this lane on now, and it's nighttime, and you're fighting with multiple people, it will flick these lights on so that the people who are fighting from this position and who are shooting down know this lane is currently an active lane. So it's super helpful from that perspective. Also, we're going to bring this straight to the outside. This is going to light up the eyeballs of our Hydra out front. So we'll bring it to here and here. And then what is the other weird one? Oh, yes. We're also going to do... How do we want to do this? How did I do it here? Did I go straight from here out to the sides? Yes, I did. Okay, so when I wire, because we're going in a circle, I always... Because you have some shared... Like, I've got spotlights on each of the four corners, and I'm trying to balance the load between the four solar arrays. So I always go to the right. So I do have one more light here on the corner. Where is it? It's right there. Oh god, don't fall off the nose. So right there. So out and to the right, and then we can jump back onto the nose and jump back in. And I'll show you that one here in a second. Can I reach that one from here? I can't. All right, I'm going to do this. Normally what I would do is I would just nerd pull up so that I can reach this easily and reorient it. I just want to make sure that they're all kind of facing in the same direction. I have them all facing about like that, so that they illuminate that spot down there. Okay. So that is the wiring coming back up. Now we've got to do the wiring going to the bottom. This one gets a little bit tricky. So we've got, again, going downstairs. One chain is coming off of this, controlled by the light switch. And we have one that is coming off of this, which is constant power. I'm going to turn this one off so that both chains are off for right now, because otherwise we're going to shock the hell out of each other. Or out of ourselves. Alright, so let's take the timed relay. We're going to use this for the exterior lights. So we're going to come out the little door here. We're going to come down here into the basement. So this is the light one. And I've color-coded these. So yellow is light. Blue is electric fence and traps. So back up here we go into the door. We're going to grab the power. This is the one that is controlled by the switch up above. So when we turn that switch on... Hey, Red Knight, thank you for the 10 months. When we turn that switch on, it turns everything that is downstream of this. All right, now we're going to start to connect these up. Oh man, Lex, I'm so sorry I didn't get the the alert. Hey folks, if you're on Twitch, go ahead and put an exclamation point alert or enter. That's it. Get yourself a mug. All right, we're going to come from here to here and then from here straight across. So that's our first electric fence. Then we're going to come from this to this one. From this right across to here. And that's our second electric fence. Next, we're going to connect up the blue. And go to there. And we're going to take yellow. Go to there. And then we're going to take blue. Go to here. This is why the color coding makes your life so much easier. You don't have to think as much about the wiring. All right, so now we've got those all connected.